We will wait for a couple of minutes. Students are joining, and we'll start the program exactly at 11 o'clock. Good morning, Principal Madam. Madam, please unmute and talk, Madam.
Yeah. Now I have got it. Yeah.
Yes,
Good
madam.
morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Madam. Ramya, you can unmute and talk, Nana. Madam, Madam, she is Mrs. K. Ramya Krishna, Madam, former
Yeah.
student of Sri Vidya Niketan Degree College.
Namaste, madam.
Namaste, Ramya. Namaste, ma. So nice of you, and we are very proud of you. Thank you so much for connecting with us today and being part of this session. I think this is going to be very useful, and every student is going to take advantage of this. So we want wonderful alumnus like you to come and interact with the students. So God bless you.
It's my pleasure, madam. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
She is a very good classical dancer, Madam. In annual
nice.
day function, she participated in many classical dances and
Yes, sir.
multifaceted person, Madam.
Yes, sir.
Completed her biotechnology, zoology, chemistry in Sri Vidya Niketan Degree College,
Yes,
and
sir.
was classmate of Sai Kiran, Madam, who earlier gave one webinar. Now I have requested her, and despite being extremely busy because of this year-ending March, she agreed, and on behalf of Biological Sciences and on behalf of Sri Vidya Niketan Degree College, I thank Mrs. Ramya and welcome you for today's guest lecture, Amma. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You can share your PPT. You are co-host. You can share your PPT.
Okay, sir.
Madam, we will begin the lecture, madam.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So you can go ahead with the formalities with the formal introduction, and we'll begin, sir.
Yes, madam. So she was the student of Sri Vidyaniketan Degree College, and I was really fortunate to teach her zoology for 2 years. When she was in second year, I joined Sri Vidyaniketan Degree College, and after she completed her BSc, she pursued her higher studies, and immediately she got an opportunity to work in the bank. Uh, Her husband is also working in the bank, and they have very rich knowledge related to all these things. And as she works in the loan point, she has every minute detail, and it would be a huge benefit for many of the students, because I see lot number of students approaching me for letter of recommendation. They are interested to pursue their career in or pursue their higher studies abroad, especially USA, Canada. And your lecture, I am pretty sure, will be of immense use to all of them. I am sure they will take all the screenshots and request me to send the screenshots as well if they miss one or two due to technical error, due to network error or something like that. And this is being streamed live in YouTube also, and the students are joining in YouTube also. And now I request Ramya to go ahead with her presentation.
So, first of all, thank you so much, sir, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And I am really proud and happy to introduce myself as K. Ramikrishna, one of the students of Sri Vidyaniketan Degree College, sir. And now it's becoming a university. I'm so proud. Okay, sir, later. And I'm now welcoming you to Union Bank of India. And thank you for making this presentation based on financial assistance provided by banks for students who wish to study abroad. I am presently working as assistant manager at Union Loan Point, Union Bank of India, Tirupati. And now, our product in Union Bank of India is named as Union Education Loan. First of all, I would like to tell some few points about why is it necessary to avail an education loan. Education loans will get your child a step closer to your dreams, to their dreams, besides offering several other advantages that will ensure without worrying about money. And one of the financial benefits is opting for an education loan reduces the strain on the family savings and eliminates the need to liquidate on your investments in fixed deposits, mutual funds, etc. And for the parents, besides the interest on an education loan, it is eligible for a tax rebate under Section 80E of the Income Tax Act. And, and of course, EMIs are payable only after the completion of their program and 1 year moratorium period. So you don't need to worry about how to pay during the course. What's more is you can use the repayment schedule as guideline while planning your family's financials in the medium and long term. And it covers wide range of expenses also. Study abroad loans cover not just tuition but also living, travel expenses, study materials, and laptop, whatnot, much more. Hence, these non-fee expenses won't create an additional financial burden. So it provides easy repayment terms also, and you can build financial prudence. Taking on an education loan is a great opportunity for students to pay their own education, so without depending on their family. Besides, when the student starts to repay the loan, they also start building their credit history. A good credit profile will help them get cheaper loans in the future. Now moving on to, so we provide education loans for inland studies, studies abroad, NRI students belonging to agrarian family, skill development loan, special schemes for students of ISB schools. No. While coming to studies in India, what are the main prerequisites? The student should be an Indian national and should secure admission to an eligible course in any recognized institution in India. And these are the minimum marks to get qualified in the qualifying exam. Qualifying exam means suppose you want to join for a degree, then your inter will be the qualifying examination. And for general category, you should secure at least 60% and OBC 55%. For SC/ST, you need to get minimum 50%. And while coming to studies abroad, the same condition should be an Indian national and should secure admission to an eligible course. Like you can apply, you can get through merit based like GRE, TOEFL, or other merit based or through selection basis. And admission on the marks obtained in the qualifying exam should be for a general category it is 60%, for OBC it is 55, and for SC/ST they should secure minimum 50% to get qualified for the study. And next, who are the eligible co-applicants? While applying for a loan, so there should be an applicant who is the student, and there should be a co-applicant who can be a parent or any other family member. Now let us see who are the eligible co-applicants for the loan. See, first of all, the parents of the students has to compulsorily join as the co-applicants. In case a girl gets married, her husband or parents or in-laws can be the co-applicants. It's their choice. And suppose if a person has no one, both parents are not alive, then close relatives or guardians can be as co-applicants, and they should be of Indian national. So here the main important point is the income of the co-applicants should not be the criteria for sanctioning the loans. So this has to be, this is one of the important points. Irrespective of the income of the co-applicants, the student can avail a loan. And now see what are the eligible courses that can be covered under the education loan. So courses eligible are the ones taken up for completion of higher secondary school, that is inter or any other equivalent course. Now for studies in India, so these are some of the courses available, like approved courses in any one of the recognized universities, NAC accredited institutions, and courses like CA, CFA, etc. And regular degree courses, pilot training, civil aviation, shipping, etc. And approved courses offered in India by any reputed foreign universities. And of course, 3 years technical diploma courses in polytechnic institutions, provided the courses are approved by recognized or institutions. So here, loans can also be considered for pursuing nursing courses under management quota, however restricted to fee structure as approved by the state government or regulated body. Students seeking admission through management quota, including nursing courses seats, are also covered under regular education loan scheme. While considering education loan proposal of students intending to pursue nursing course, branches or officers should not insist on recognition of Indian Nursing Council for training offering such courses. And for studies abroad, and these are the eligible courses, like for graduation for job-oriented professional or technical courses, and for post-graduation like masters, MBA, MS, MCA, etc. And for research work for PhD also one can avail a loan easily. And of course for PhD there is no formal admission procedure. Yes. Now moving on to the next one. What is how maximum you can avail a loan? There is no maximum limit. So it's based on the fee structure. You can there is no limit actually. But one thing here is what is about the margin? Suppose if you want to avail a loan up to 4 lakhs, so there is no need of margin. 100% loan will get sanctioned. Then for above 4 lakhs, actually for studies in India, 5% has to be brought in by the customer. Suppose if it is 100%, 5% should be brought up by the customer, and the remaining 95% shall be sanctioned as a loan. And for studies abroad, the margin to be maintained is 15%. Means 15% out of 100%, 85% will be sanctioned as loan, and remaining 50% shall be brought up by the customer. And if you have been sanctioned any scholarships, that can be included in the margin itself. And the margin has to be brought up year to year basis. I mean, whenever the disbursement happens, the loan has to be disbursed along with the margin brought up by the customer. Now, what are the expenses considered to avail an education loan? So, first thing is the main tuition fee and hostel fees, examination fees, laboratory fees, insurance premium. Suppose if a student wish to study abroad, their insurance has to be mandatory done by the applicant. So caution deposit, which is refundable, can also be included under the project cost, and purchase of books, equipments, instruments, uniform, etc. Purchase of laptops, travel expenses, any other expenses required to complete the course that can be considered as a project cost. So these expenses will sum up to 100% of the loan. In this, 85% shall be sanctioned by the bank, and remaining 15% has to be brought up by the applicant. Now, what is the repayment tenor? Suppose if your course is 24 months, that is 2 years. Most of the masters will be, some may be completing in 1 year, and some other courses shall be completing in 2 years. Then, after completion of the course, a grace period of 1 year shall be given to the applicant because to get a job. So 1 year grace period will be provided to the customer. Then, after the completion of the course period and the holiday period, which is also called as moratorium period, the repayment can be up to 15 years based on the wish of the customer. So the maximum repayment tenor is 15 years. The interest accrued during the moratorium period can be repaid during the moratorium period, or else it can be added to the principal amount when the actual repayment starts. So it is the wish of the applicant either to repay the interest during the loan period, or it can be added directly to the principal once the repayment starts. And for processing of education loans, there are no charges in any bank. And here, security. What is security? In addition to the loan, a collateral should be accepted as security to support the loan. For example, here, up to 4 lakhs, no security is required. That is 100% loan can be sanctioned without asking any security and no other third party guarantee. But here, one point is mentioned that the loan has to be compulsorily covered under CGFSL, which I shall be discussing in the later slides. And for loans above 4 lakhs to 7.5 lakhs, suitable third-party guarantee acceptable to the bank. Third-party guarantee means other than your family member, or they can be a family member or some other person who have equivalent means, some network. Suppose if you're availing a 30 lakhs loan, they should have equivalent means to support the loan. So those can be accepted as a guarantee. So above 7.5 lakhs, tangible collateral security along with the third party guarantee should be taken as security. Means up to 4 lakhs, there is no security, no collateral security, and no third party guarantee. For loans above 4 lakhs to 5 lakhs, 7.5 lakhs, so any third party guarantee or loan can be covered under CGFSL scheme. For above 7.5 lakhs, both these prerequisites are compulsory initiative, because above 7.5 lakhs, the property of the one of the family members or any other third party can be accepted as collateral security. And if the repayment period is nearly 15 years, the residual age of the property should support that. And if the admission is secured through management quota, then security requirement is 150%. Means, say if you are availing a loan of 20 lakhs, so the interest could be nearly 5 lakhs. So the security should be of nearly 25 lakhs security should be provided to the bank. So here one more point, the property can be in the name of immediate party, immediate family member or any other third party, provided that they should join as co-applicants or they can provide third party guarantee. The security can be in the form of either a residential building or an open plot, or in the form of government securities, public sector bonds, fixed deposits, LIC policies, KVP, NSC certificates, bank deposits, either in the name of the students or family members or any other immediate family members, and any other tangible security acceptable to the bank within the stipulated margin. So these are the forms of types of securities they can be accepted as acceptable for the bank. And coming to this point, insurance is mandatory for the student who wish to study abroad. Life insurance policy of the student to be mandatorily obtained in all cases and assigned in the favor of the bank. So it can be done before going to abroad or after settling in abroad also. So the insurance policy should cover the life of the student for the tenure and the loan amount also. So the insurance premium amount can be included in the loan amount if so decided by the applicant. So the same can be sanctioned along with the loan amount inclusive of project cost. And the property should be insured by the borrower once after availing the loan. Means after availing the loan, the security should be insured by any one of the insurance companies in India. And here coming to the rate of interest, for male student, it is nearly 8.90, and there is a concession for female students that is 8.4. Coming to the CGFSCL, it's a credit guarantee fund scheme for education loans. It is introduced by Ministry of Human Resource Development and Department of Higher Education. Main thing is it is providing guarantee for education loans up to 7.5 lakhs. But here one thing, the loan should not be covered and the no collateral security or no third party guarantee should be given to the loan. Then only it will come under this scheme. If they have taken any collateral or any other third party guarantee, so that loans cannot be covered under this scheme. And this is for and one more, interest subsidy for economically weaker sections of the society is also introduced by Ministry of Human Resource Development and the Department of Higher Education. And this is only for inland studies. And what are the and they should the students should satisfy that they should have been admitted into any one of the institutions which is an accredited, and provided that as I said before, no collateral or no third party guarantee should be given, and the entire annual gross income of the family as a whole should not exceed 4.5 lakhs, and income certificate should be provided by the competent authority. And here interest subsidy will be provided only for the interest charged during the loan period and moratorium period, which is a grace period. So subsidies are applicable only for the interest charged during the loan period and moratorium period only. And one more scheme, Padho Pardesh scheme, which is introduced for studies. The scheme is to provide interest subsidy on education loans for overseas studies for students belonging to the minority communities. The students should satisfy all the parameters like they should secure admission to higher studies, that is masters, MPhil, and PhD levels only. The students belonging to the economically weaker sections of minority communities with an annual gross family income not exceeding 6 lakhs, and they should provide income certificate, and the eligible loan amount is up to 20 lakhs only. So subsidy is available for the interest charged during the loan period and moratorium period only. The scheme is applicable for only higher studies. So this is a actually very good scheme for students who from minority communities who are wishing to study abroad. And one more scheme is there, that is Dr. Ambedkar Central Sector Scheme of Interest Subsidy on Education Loan for overseas studies for OBCs and EBCs. So the main theme is to provide interest subsidy for OBCs and EBCs who wish to study abroad for a master's, MPhil, PhD, etc. And they should provide income certificate, and this is for loan eligible about 20 lakhs only. And the annual income for OBC families should not exceed 8 lakhs, and for EBC families, economically backward classes families should not exceed more than 2.5 lakhs. And the scheme is applicable only for higher studies. So these two schemes really support for the minority communities and OBCs and economically backward classes. So the main thing, what are the documents to be submitted by the applicant? Of course, the application is the first thing in any bank, which is duly filled by the applicant, all the required data like name, correct details that too, name, date of birth, phone number, email ID, accurate email ID. Next thing is providing KYC documents, ID proof. Main ID proof means a PAN card or Aadhaar card, voter card, passport, etc. And residence proof like driving license, passport, electricity bill, telephone bill, bank statement, etc. And parents, if the parents are a businessman, they should provide the address proof of the business of the parents, or else if the parents are salaried, they should provide the office details of the parents. And of course, passport size photographs of all the applicants. If the parents are salaried or businessman people, for them ITR or any other income proof like Form 16, salary slips, they should be provided. And of course, 12 months bank statement of the student if available, and parents also. Caste certificate wherever required. I think it's mainly for OBC, SC, wherever it is stipulated, they have to produce caste certificate. So I would suggest that now itself you can apply for a latest caste certificate, permanent caste certificate, which would be very useful for future. And documents of guarantor. If a person is providing his guarantee, the previous details like ID proof, other address proof of the guarantors also to be taken. And coming to the academic documents, the proof of admission to the university. Suppose if you got any admission in a foreign institution, suppose if for in USA they'll provide I-20. They provide I-20 which covers the details of expenses like tuition fee, what are the living expenses. They'll provide I-20 data. Likewise, or any other equivalent proof which covers the schedule of course expenses. And if you have been sanctioned any scholarship, Then copy of scholarship to be provided, and that can be included in the margin as said before earlier. And copy of foreign exchange permit, if applicable, they have to be taken. And proof of source of margin. Source of margin means, suppose if 5% or 15% is to be brought up by the customer, how can he could meet the margin either through his parents' income or availing gold loans, etc. Like that, proof of source of margin to be taken, to be provided to the bank. Like I said, I-20 or any other equivalent copy to be provided. Academic mark sheets and certificate of all examinations passed means 10th class mark certificate, inter mark certificate, and degree, semester wise mark list, and provisional certificate if provided. They should be submitted to the bank before applying for a loan. Now, how can a student avail an education loan? Now, Union government has launched a web-based portal for all the students who are wishing to avail a loan. They can apply a loan in Vidyalakshmi portal directly. If a student wants to avail the loan, first he should apply in Vidyalakshmi portal only. And this portal was launched on August 15, 2015. It's a one-stop shop for students to access information, and they can apply loans easily. And the main feature is, if it provides an option to apply to the 3 banks of a student's choice in a single time. Means the student can apply for 3 banks at a point. Now let us see what are the steps how a student can apply in a Vidyalakshmi portal. Here it is. See, I have provided the website address. It's www.vidyalaxmi.co.in, which is a Vidyalakshmi portal. Now the student has to first visit the portal and register with the login ID and the password. And the password should be of a minimum 8 characters, as you all know. And the second one is, after logging in, the details to be provided by the students. The students are name, date of birth, phone number, email ID, prompt email ID, and the details of parents annual income, ID proofs, address proofs. If the parent if a parent is a businessman, it will ask annual income details. They can be given using ITR forms. And after filling this and after submitting, one confirmation link will be sent to your respective mail ID. And after that, now you can go to your mail and you can click on the confirmation link so that the application is submitted. Now the application will be sent to the 3 banks which the students has selected. After that, the students can approach any of these 3 banks to avail a loan. Now, while applying for the loan, the student should be very cautious about which bank he is going to apply, and IFSC code of the particular branch has to be correctly mentioned. Now, I would like to thank Ravikumar sir for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And are there any queries so that I can share my knowledge, sir?
Thanks a lot, Ramya. And I want all the students to look at this slide. I was her teacher some 13 years back. The same kind of respect. Now she is working as assistant branch manager. You can imagine that she is in a very high position, but still the same kind of respect, the same kind of affection. This is what is not to be seen, unfortunately, in the present generation. Some of them are quite okay, but majority of them, I want them to follow this. And I will unmute all the participants. If there are any questions, you can raise your hands so that we can pass it on to the resource person, or the resource person will directly interact with you. Okay. If you have any questions, you can interact with the speaker. Can raise your hands so that I will unmute you. I am pretty sure some of you would be planning to pursue your higher studies in abroad. Therefore, it will be useful for you. If you have any doubts, you can talk to her directly. So I have
Sir, I would like to share one more point, sir.
uh,
Sir, many of the students, after joining the job also, after some 2 to 3 years, they want to pursue some masters. For them also, we are providing loans, sir. I mean, for working professionals also. So we are providing loans, sir. So not only the immediate immediately after the degree, but also after joining the job also, they can study abroad. They can avail a loan also, sir.
So one of the doubts or one of the clarifications that one student has expressed is, how much time will it take for the processing of the loan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, if if a student applies in Vidya Lakshmi portal, sir, it will get 24 hours time to get access to the bank. So after 24 hours, the next day, the bank will identify that loan in Vidya Lakshmi portal. So then the bank will approach the student. So if they are providing security, means it will take nearly 1 week time, sir. For some legal inquiries and valuation reports, it will take nearly 1 week. And if it is clear, the legal, there is no litigations, and the loan can be sanctioned in a single day also, sir.
Oh, if all the documents are correctly submitted, it will. Yeah. Another doubt. Because most of the students, they would be applying loan for more than 5 lakhs or 7 lakhs, 10 lakhs, like that. So they need to show some property or some fixed deposits, right? So in such cases, if a maternal grandmother wants to sponsor her grandson, or a maternal grandfather, maybe after a few years, she may give her property to grandson. Can she can the property be in her name, and can the grandson apply the loan?
Yes, sir, definitely. But here the age of the grandparents should be up to 75 only, sir. Up to 75 years age, we can accept them as a guarantor. They should give the guarantee because they are the owner of the property. They should give their guarantee, sir. And they should be age up to 75 years can be acceptable to the bank, sir.
Why it is like that? Because beyond 75 also they get pensions. They will be submitting their life certificate every year to the bank, to the university, which is taken from the bank, in fact. Because my father is 82. Recently,
Yes,
we took his life certificate and submitted in the university. And bank only provided the life certificate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why is that it is restricted to only 75?
Sir, because yes, sir, the it's not like other loan as the repayment starts from the immediate succeeding month or etc. But it will the repayment will start after completion of a course and moratorium period. That means it may take nearly 3 years or 5 years for MBBS students. I think the course period is 5 years and the holiday period is 1 year. So it will take 6 years to get the repayment started. So then only they can come into force. If the age is more than 75, sir, the repayments may start at the age of 80 years.
Okay.
Here the risk is calculated, sir.
Okay. And by the time a student repays the loan, suppose if he has taken, say, around 30 lakhs, how much amount he would be repaying? with interest approximately? This is one of the questions from a student.
Okay. Sir, for suppose the students opts for a master's, sir, and master's is what 2 years, sir, and 1 year is the holiday period. So for these 3 years, he's going to pay only simple interest monthly, simple interest monthly. Suppose if the loan is 30 lakhs, nearly 8 lakhs can be the interest during these 3 years. So the student has to pay these 8 lakhs in a simple interest month to month basis for 3 years. After if he has paid the 8 lakhs in these 3 years, the EMI shall be lesser. If the student is not paying it is his wish either to pay the interest during the holiday period. It is his wish either he can pay or he may not pay. If he pays, the next EMI can be lesser. If the student doesn't pay the interest during the course period and holiday period, what happens means these 8 lakhs shall be added to the principal. Here, the total loan amount it then becomes 38 lakhs. On 38 lakhs, EMI will be added. So, EMI shall be calculated on 38 lakhs, and which is a like compound interest, sir.
And one more question, especially this is happening to students who go to US after completing their MS degree. If they don't find immediately a job, they will lose their visa, or their visa may expire within a short span of time. They would be going for a second MS degree, right? Either MBA or some other degree.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If they have cleared majority of the loan, will they be eligible to go for a second loan?
Yes, sir, definitely. See, the bank will give a time of, sir, nearly 1 year, sir. After completion of the course, there will be a holiday period of 1 year to get a job. Suppose if the student fails to get a job, and now he wants to further study, so he can request the bank that for additional loan also can be provided by the bank, sir. Additional loans shall be given to the student,
so that he can go for a second postgraduate degree.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And students can avail 2 loans, sir, but 1 loan at a time. And the repayment of the 2 loans can be started at the single time, sir. Suppose if a student opts for a loan to complete degree, sir. So if he wish to, suppose if there is a student who is willing to avail a loan for a degree, so he after completing degree, again he requests for a loan to finish PG, sir. PG. So then the bank provides an additional loan, and the repayment of these 2 loans will be started after completion of PG only, sir.
Okay. You said you also mentioned about LIC policies.
Yes,
right?
sir.
LIC, a parent or a person who will be paying, say, on a quarterly basis or an yearly basis.
Yes,
how do you consider that? Would you consider it based on for how much money he has taken that policy, or
Yes,
can
sir.
you please explain that?
Yes, sir. Actually, bank will sanction loan amount based on the face value of the LIC policy as on date, sir. As on date, how much is the face value? Based on that, calculating that only, the loan can be sanctioned, sir.
Okay, so whatever property or whatever documents, suppose if I want to, if a student wants a loan of say around 50 lakhs, he needs to show a property of say 75. It could be the combined property of mother, father, grandparents, or sisters.
It could be, sir, but here all the co-owners of the property should join as either applicants or to offer their guarantee, sir. So they are to be included in the loan, sir.
And that is restricted only to relatives, not friends, huh?
Sir, I couldn't get that, sir.
No. You said that co-applicants, right?
Yes.
So all should be registered as co-applicants, right? That's
Yes,
what
sir.
you were telling.
Yes, sir.
So in such case, if some friends are ready to sponsor, can they be included in that co-applicant category?
Yes, sir, definitely. If they are owners of a property, they can be taken as either applicants or guarantors, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So thanks a lot. You have cleared majority of the doubts, and let me once again check. Did I receive any doubts in the WhatsApp groups?
Sir.
Because the students are watching in the YouTube also.
Okay, sir.
Just a second, I will get back to you.
Sir.
Oh, very nice to see Mr. Rashekar, your classmate, has joined in YouTube. In fact, he would be speaking in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Principal, madam, please unmute, madam. I think she is in another meeting, Ramya. One more meeting is scheduled for her today. I don't know, at around 12 o'clock or.
Yeah, sir, I am in here.
Yes, madam.
Yeah. No, I was just listening to all her talk. That's really good. Thank you, Ramya, for being, a resource person. And it's really nice that your friends also have joined. So, in fact, when sir suggested that you're working with the loan point, actually, in the future also, we can talk to the management as well, because this is the key area. Like, some of them, if they can't afford, they'll be thinking that they can't do the higher education. So that is something which really worries most of the children. But I think, right, when we go for these kind of awareness programs, like from the bank side, when you do, see, the students get connected. So they don't have that burden that they cannot study or they cannot pursue higher education. So this was one point that we were thinking for a very long time. And really, thank you so much that you are here with us today to actually clear up a lot of doubts. In fact, I even shared this with a lot of students, including my son, who are now about to go to the higher education after intermediate. So I think they are also watching. So I think it's a great time, right? So like all of us, we could connect together and then, take up this particular activity.
Yes, ma'am.
So thank you so much. And I hope that the children would have got immensely benefited. And in the future also, I think, Ravikanth sir, like we can do one more program when the MBU courses and all start off.
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam. Madam, our branch is also, we can get in branch is also there, madam.
Yeah, Union Bank. That's what. I'll talk to the bank authorities, Ramya, and you can also be there so that we can see that, because that can become a huge, a point where those who are coming to the university can tie up with you and then get the admission. I think that will also be very nice. Today, anyway, I'm going to talk to Director Sir about this, and we will see that, we can give more awareness programs to the students.
Yes, madam.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, madam.
We'd like to be in touch with you and coordinate with you in future as well. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. I'll be waiting for any kind.
Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day and wonderful year ahead. Ravikanth sir.
Yes, madam. Thank you, Srimati Ramya. I know that you are extremely busy nowadays because of this March ending and all that. Every day she's going back to her home at almost 9 o'clock.
I can understand, sir.
She still could make it some time to present this. Thanks a lot. And we want you to visit Vidyaniketan once. I don't know when you last came to Vidyaniketan. You will see a lot of changes. And as Madam has very rightly said, Mohan Babu University, there will be a lot of admissions. And I am pretty sure students will avail whatever loans for which they are eligible for. And we will keep in touch with you, Ramya, and have a wonderful time ahead. Thanks a lot.
Sir, once again, bottom of my heart, I have to thank you, sir, for giving me this wonderful opportunity, for letting me in. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, Amma.
Thank you, sir.
Madam, shall I end the session, madam? Okay. just 1 minute. If there are any doubts from any students, they can raise their hands. Otherwise, we will end the session. I thank all the students for joining, and I also extend my thanks to my colleagues. They have conveyed this within a short notice. This was informed to all the students, and majority of them joined in Zoom, and some of them joined in YouTube as well. And thank you all for attending this guest lecture. Thank you, Ramya.
Sir, thank
Okay,
you, sir.
so we will end this session, Anna.
Yes.